Today we're going to talk about the 2021 Lund 1875 Impact XS. This is kind of their crossover boat, but it's not a crossover. It's still more fishing and then a little bit of pleasure. So we'll go through it step by step. First thing I want to talk about, though, is the trailer. If you've watched any of my videos before, you know that trailers are very important to me. It's what gets your boat to the water. Here we're using Trailmaster trailers, all custom trailers. We do not use the standard trailers that come with Lund. We chose to get away from those, and we went with a full custom trailer that we know how it's built, how it rides, everything about it. It just makes it for a nicer package. Here you can see that we're using the XLT winch, and we're using the Fulton F2 jack. Both of those are upgrades from the standard. We like them. They're easier to move around, and they're much more durable living down the road. The other thing that you can see kind of in the picture right here is LED lights. We use all LED lights, including the LEDs for the side marker plates there. Then we have LEDs on the fenders and LEDs on the tail lights. One thing that you can see about the Trailmaster trailer that you don't see on the Shorelander trailers, you see the large step pads front and rear. It makes it very easy to get in and out of the boat. These are some of the things that come standard with our Trailmaster trailers versus the Shorelander trailers. We also put ratchet tie downs on everything. That's pretty much standard across the industry nowadays, but it's still, on some boats, it's still not there. One of the things about the Lund that as we're at the back of the boat, which is kind of important that we can see here, is it does have the IPS hull sticker. IPS hulls, that is their designation to different types of hulls and how they're assembled. This is a double-plated bow. It has the spray rail down the side that's riveted on. And then it has, as you can see here, it has the turn-down chines here. That is for performance and spray, and it helps keep the water away from the boat while you're driving down the lake. And then here we have the flat running pad. You can see just how flat it is. If we could actually crawl underneath the boat, you would see the long longitudinal strakes that are underneath there. That's all part of the IPS hulls. As we get to this part of it, now we're to the important part here, the power. And we're powering this particular boat with a 150 Pro XS Mercury. This is the new 4-stroke, the new designs. And as you can tell, it's got the different gear case on it. That all helps with performance, stability, hole shot, power holding in the water. Those are all things that make the overall experience much better. We're going to climb in here. And one of the things you're going to notice as soon as you guys get up on top is the spacious cockpit area. As you can see, we have 3 seats in here now. We have room for a 4th. But then, when you have the entire crew with you, we have the jump seats. Jump seats are padded. Makes it real nice for having that extra people in here now. This seat can move to the front for your fishing when you're fishing, but then it opens up the entire cockpit area. While we're back here, you can see just how large this live well is. That is a massive live well for bluegill fishing, pan fishing, your walleye fishing when you go to the rivers or over to Lake Erie. And they all come with their own nets nowadays. As we go to the front here a little bit, you can see what makes this boat a little bit of a crossover. We've chose to put in the bow combing pads here. These are one-piece pads, so they can just drop in, or when you're going fishing, you just take them right out, and they're gone. Unless you got your front fishing deck. Opens up to our front live well, and then we have storage over here. This boat lacks for no storage. It has storage all the way through it. If we look at this side over here on this storage, we actually can see the cover of the boats in that storage. That's how much space is in here. This has got the full windshield. All the sport boats and the XS boats all have full windshields. And as you notice, they're all black now. The reason they're going to the black is it shows less wear and tear, a little bit more upper end design. Full complement of gauges. On this particular boat, we did put in tilt hydraulic steering. We think with the size of the boat and the size of the motor that having hydraulic steering versus cable steering just makes it for a much more enjoyable day on the water rather than having to fight it for the 8 hours you're out there. And then this seat, something new for Lund this year. This is the new suspension seat. It's a pilot chair, but it's also a suspension seat. This actually dials in the weight of the driver, so it helps with your suspension. It's all designed, they've figured it all out, and it's a very comfortable seat. It's got the armrest, it cuddles you in the back, but when you want these out of the way for fishing, you do, but when you're just touring, it makes it very comfortable. Large passenger side storage box. And then something that we do is on every one of our Lunds that we can order the drawer storage, we put drawer storage in every single one. We think it's very important to have as much storage as possible. And then for the fishermen, massive rod locker. Now this thing holds 10 rods just all by itself. And they're up to 8 foot, and most of them are 7.5 foot rods. So it'll hold a lot of space. On the side here, you can see we got the rods to go. So your rod tips go up in here, and then the butts of the rods are underneath the Lund strap there. So you can have 2 rods. There's one on the other side as well too. So you can have 4 rods that you're fishing with right then and there that are protected. They're not bouncing around, so they're not going to get broke. And we have more rod storage over here. And then we have just normal storage over here. This could be for your paddle, your lights. If you choose to put a ski pylon in here, you can. I already have the base installed, so it's just a matter of putting the ski pylon and buying it, and you're ready to go. And this is the 2021 Lund 1875 Impact XS. For more information, contact Lake Drive Marine, 517-238-4651. Thank you.